When you first look at something like a pond, it's easy to see the animals that live on the surface, the big stuff. In this one, for example, there's a bunch of terrapins that live in there. But it's really hard to imagine all the hidden creatures that live in there. And when you dive a bit deeper, you get to see a whole hidden world. One of the best tools you can have in your arsenal to see this hidden world is a pond dipper. Basically, it's a net that you can use and sweep around in the pond to pick up all kinds of invertebrates and smaller creatures. All you're going to need for this is a few things you can find around the house. So sellotape, some wire coat hangers, some stockings or tights, and then a bowl or a bucket to put your invertebrates and other animals in. So depending on what kind of coat hangers you have, you can bend them in a few different ways. With these ones, what I found the best way to do it is to bend it in the middle, just like that, then bend them together, like so, and then pull them apart. Probably best to have an adult to do this for you if it's a little bit hard, all right? So you pull them apart, and you end up with something that looks a bit like this. Nice circle kind of shape. You can get two different parts to it in circle. So to put these two together, you just get your sellotape and put it around the edges of the pond dipper, like so. When you finish sellotaping your pond dipper together, you have a nice circle shape with a hoop on the end. This hoop on the end, then you can bend out again, get an adult to do this for you if it's a little bit tough. And you can also sellotape a stick to this or put a piece of bamboo on the end so you get a bit of a longer reach when using your pond dipper. Last thing you want to do is make your net. What we can do is use this stocking that we had to pull around the actual frame itself. So you pull around the back of the front so it looks a bit like that, and then pull it around the entire rest of the frame. Okay, so around there, and around there. What you should be left with then is the hole on the top, and you can sweep it round inside the pond in a figure-of-8 motion to make sure you get as much in there as you possibly can. Before you do that, make sure you have a bowl or some kind of tray that's full with water, so that what you can do then is you can turn it upside down after you've done your figure-of-8 in the pond. You can put it upside down into your water and see what's in your little pond dipping pond just there. You can use a microscope like this to have a closer look at the very tiny creatures that you can find in there, but all the invertebrates, all the big creatures you should be able to see with the naked eye just there. These are a great tool to use to get a closer look at things that you might not see every single day. But when you're down by the water and you're using your pond dippers, then make sure you take an adult with you, because we don't want anyone falling in the water. When you're concentrating on the exciting world that you're finding with your pond dipper, you might not be thinking about all the safety that's around it as well. So take an adult with you and make sure that you are safe when you're doing your science.